الحمد لله ثم الحمد لله الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. الحمد لله نحمده ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم يوم تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله ولتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد واتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters, last time I was here I shared with you simple meanings or some of the reflections of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said. قالت الأعراب آمنا قل لم تؤمنوا ولكن قولوا أسلمنا. And we said in that khutbah that there is a difference between Iman and Islam. And a lot of people don't understand the difference between being mu'min and being Muslim. And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we shed some light on that. Today I want to share with you a big subject, but it's very important. So I'm gonna take probably one or two aspects of it. And inshallah ta'ala, if Allah permits and give us life and possibility, we will continue on that subject in the future. Islam has rules. Once we understand these rules, we understand Islam. A lot of people would look at Islam as individually cut it bits and pieces here and there, and they pick these whatever they want from these pieces and call themselves Muslims or mu'mins or whatever the situation is. On the contrary, Islam is a complete religion that has rules to be followed, to be understood the right way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted us to understand this Islam. One of the most important characteristics of Islam is a goal-oriented religion. Islam is a goal-oriented religion. A lot of us probably never thought of Islam this way. And this is it means exactly what these three words has. There is a goal in every order that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered us to do. So in order to achieve the benefits of this order, we have to look for the goal. Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us to do so and so? Once we understand the goal, then we are biased to understand or to follow the order and get the benefits out of it. So when you go and look at as-salah, for instance, you see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't say just pray, but He gave us a goal for the prayer. He said, Inna as-salata tanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkar. So if my prayer, if your prayer, if our prayer did not lead us to stay away from doing the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't want us to do, then this prayer does not get the benefits of it. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us to fast, He said, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. If we don't reach taqwa out of our fasting, then the other hadith would be applicable or more applicable to us. كم من صائم ليس له من صيامه إلا الجوع والعطش وكم من قائم ليس له من قيامه إلا التعب والنصب. The Prophet ﷺ said, there are so many people who do the mechanical fasting. They fast from dawn to sunset, but they don't get anything out of it. They don't get the benefits out of the fasting, and the benefit is determined in Quran, is to have taqwa, is to live with the feeling that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is looking at you at any single time, wherever you are, no matter where you are, no matter who you are. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is seeing you every single minute, every single second, every time, day and night. If you don't reach that, then you didn't get advantage of your fasting. And the Prophet ﷺ explained that even more, and when he said that من لم يدع قول الزور والعمل به فليس لله سبحانه وتعالى حاجة أن يدع طعامه وشرابه. He is telling us there is a goal of your fasting. There is a goal in your prayer. You have to reach the goal in order to get the benefit of this order. Look at zakah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He ordered us to do zakah, He didn't say just pay zakah and it is 2.5%, or it is this or this. He said خذ من أموالهم صدقة تطهرهم وتزكيهم بها. The goal of the zakah is stated at the same time where zakah was asked to be paid. So when you pay zakah, you look at it not as another form of tax, not another form of penalty, not something that you want to get rid of, but you look at it as it is a cure for your illness. It's a cure for not to be stingy. It's a cure for you to be attached to these material things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So He said, خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةً, not so the poor people will get richer, not so the needy people get what they need. The first goal of the zakah, خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةً تُزَكِّيهِمْ وَتُطَهِّرُهُمْ بِهَا. So I look at zakah, it is something for me, not for the poor people. I need to pay zakah because I have some diseases, or I could get some diseases if I don't get that section of ibadah, and make sure that I pay in the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I remember who gave me the money, who is actually own the money, and where the money is going to go at the end of the day too. It's going to go to the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you look at it this way, you understand how Aisha radiallahu anha used to pay zakah. Aisha radiallahu anha, in the Athar, they say she used to wash the dinars. She used to wash the money and make sure that they are very clean before she pays them to the needy people, because she knew the needy people are not the target of her zakah. The needy or sadaqah, the needy people are the mean, and the target of zakah is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She wanted to pay them clean and in the best way it's supposed to be. So looking at every subject, looking at every ibadah, at the goal of every ibadah is the essence of understanding this ibadah, and this is how we can actually get the benefit of this ibadah and get the goal that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted us to do that, to get out of this. Again, forgetting about the goal, you will never reach what you want to do. As they say, if you don't know where you're going, all roads take you there. Because it doesn't matter, you don't know where you're going. So when you come to prayer, when you pray, think why I am praying. What is it that I want to achieve in this prayer? When you're fasting, do the same. When you do zakah, do the same. When you have your relationship with your family, with your neighbors, with your co-workers, with your employee, with your employer, with your citizens, always think, why? Why am I having this relation? Why am I having this transaction? What is the goal that I need to get out of this? Once you know your goal, then you are more likely to reach it because you know what you want. So when we come to this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us another help. He gave us the goal, He told us what we want to do, and then He gave us the mean. And that's what I will share with you inshaAllah ta'ala in the second khutbah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم فاستغفر الله. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا كما أمر وأشكره وهو الذي وعد المزيد لمن شكر. عباد الله اتقوا الله فيما أمر وانتهوا عما عنه نهى وزجر وأخرجوا حب الدنيا من قلوبكم فإنه إذا استولى أسر وحافظوا على حضور الجمع والجماعة واعلموا أن الله سبحانه وتعالى أمركم بأمر عميم بدأ فيه بنفسه وثنى بملائكة قدسه فقال ولم يزل قائلا عليما وآمرا حكيما إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. So after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us to do something, and He explained to us the goal that we should achieve from that order. Why He ordered us to do that? He didn't leave us just to do it. He helped us to know what is the proper way to do it, how to do it, how frequently to do it, and everything that will help us to do what we need to do to reach the goal, and that's from His mercy. He could have said, just pray, knowing that the prayer is only going to take 2-3 hours or benefit from us. If He just tell us pray, and He didn't tell us how frequently we should pray, how we should pray, then a lot of us with good intention would pray, but we never reach the goal of the prayer. Why? Because we didn't do the right dosage. So the frequency of the ibadah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us to do is the right dosage that needed to get to the goal of that ibadah. When you go to a doctor and he gives you a medicine, he just doesn't tell you, take this medicine, this is good for you. He will tell you, take this medicine 3 times a day. Take this medicine 2 times a day. Take this medicine before food. Take this medicine before you go to bed. Don't take this medicine if you are driving, right? It gives you instructions with the medicine, because a medicine without instruction, somebody will say, okay, he said I have to take this bottle and I am feeling too much pain, so I'll take the whole bottle right away, inshallah I will get cured. Doesn't work that way. You have to take this medicine, for instance, twice a day, 3 times a day. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى, gave us the same procedure. He told us how to do the ibadah, and then He told us how frequently we have to do it. So when it comes to salah, He said you have to pray 5 times a day, because the time of ibadah, or the benefit you're going to get from this ibadah, will give you all the way to dhuhr. And then you may forget. You may forget that you should be keeping the manners and orders that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted you to keep. So here comes Salat al-Zuhr. Just to remind you, remember, you are a Muslim. You are a servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your job is to be honest. Your duty to be honorable. And then you do that. And then you go back to your work and you may forget. 2-3 hours later, here comes Asr to remind you, did you remember the oath and the commitment that you made 3 hours ago? Oh yes, I do. I will never cheat. I will never be dishonest. I will never steal or tell a lie. And then 3 hours later, I may forget. Here comes another reminder, and then I go and pray Maghrib. And then comes another reminder, then I pray Isha. So the Prophet ﷺ put that in a very elegant way. He said, أَرَأَيْتُمْ لَوْ أَنَّ نَهَرًا بِبَابِ أَحَدِكُمْ يَغْتَسِلُ فِيهِ 5 مرات هل يبقي ذلك من درنه شيء؟ قالوا لا يبقي ذلك من درنه شيء يا رسول الله. قال فذلك مثل الصلوات الخمس يمحو الله بهن الخطايا. So the Prophet ﷺ said, can you imagine if you have a river running by your house, and every day you get into that river and clean yourself 5 times? Do you think at any time during that day there would be any dirt on you? You would be sweating, you would be needing another bath? They said no. If you take 5 showers a day, most likely you will be clean enough. He said that is the example of the 5 prayers a day. It has a goal to keep you always clean, and always close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look at Salatul Jum'ah. He didn't put Salatul Jum'ah as an order for us every day. He said you come to Salatul Jum'ah once a week, because that is the right dosage for it. You come to Salatul Jum'ah once, you will learn from it, you take that little much that you will learn, you apply it to your life the whole week, until now it's part of you. You got trained for the good things that you learn. Then you come for next Jum'ah and you take another dosage. You get another set of advice, and there you go, it takes you another week. Here comes Siyam. He didn't say you have to fast the whole year. No, 1 month out of the 12 months supposed to be good enough to give you enough energy, enough taqwa, enough remembering to watch for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the rest of the year. And then here comes another Ramadan, and then you get another shuhna or another charge, and then you go this way. Look at the Hajj. Also 1 time a year. There are lessons that we need to learn in Hajj that should go with us, once in a lifetime, and so on. So every time you get yourself into ibadah, remember, what is the goal of this ibadah? What am I trying to achieve? Once you know what you are trying to achieve, then you will be more likely to get into the ibadah. So if we get aware of that, we understand what we mean by Islam as a goal-oriented religion. Islam is a goal-oriented religion. There is a goal in every single order. There is a goal in every single ibadah. There is a goal in every single thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us to do. And your job as a Muslim, your job as a responsible person for yourself getting out of the hellfire, is to look for that goal and say, okay, what is the goal of this? So now apply that to your life and see what is the goal. Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put you in this place? Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the wealth He did? Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the knowledge He did? Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the power you have? You look at it and say, Allah gave me this for, and you fill out that blank. You can say, Allah gave me the money so I can enjoy my life, and then you will have the consequences for that. You can say, Allah gave me the power so I can abuse everybody and be the arrogant ruler that a lot of people are. Then you will bear consequences for your own decision. Or you can say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me this, so I show him that I appreciate his ni'mah and this bounties. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me this power, so I would be fair, I would help the needy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me the knowledge, so I will share it with people and I will teach it to them, and so on and so forth. So think for yourself for everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you, and for everything we should all think for what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, to know what we need to do with that. Your decision on that will determine whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a mu'min, and whether you are neither one of these two. It is what you do with what you have, is what you look for when you do what you want to do. Are you doing it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or are you doing it for the show off? Are you doing it to get to paradise, or are you doing so everybody says, MashaAllah, this is a generous person, MashaAllah, look how he prays, MashaAllah, look what he does, and so on. It is a test for us. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, ibadah is not just by praying few rak'ah here and there. What? They take 20 minutes a day. What are you going to do with another 23 hours and 40 minutes? If the whole reason for you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created you is to make ibadah, that means the whole time should be used in ibadah. How can I actually use all my time in ibadah? How can I be a true servant to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so I deserve His Jannah? Ali ibn Abi Talib said, radiyallahu anhu, ألا إن سلعة الله غالية ألا إن سلعة الله الجنة. The product that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has to give is very precious, very expensive, is very, 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 very expensive thing. If you want it, you have to work for it. Nobody would expect to get the best car in the world and paying a few dollars for it. If you want the best car, the best home, the best life, the best everything, you have to pay for that. ألا إن سلعة الله الغالية ألا إن سلعة الله الجنة. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He would help us to be the way He wants us to be. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He would give us the true understanding of Islam, so we will reflect what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to be. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those who would listen, understand, and apply in their life the best of what they have listened and understand. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those who الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا واصرف عنا شر ما قدرت وقضيت فإنك سبحانك تقضي بالحق ولا يقضى عليك وإنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت تباركت ربنا وتعاليت فلك الحمد على ما قضيت نستغفرك اللهم من جميع الذنوب ونتوب إليك. اللهم من أراد بالإسلام والمسلمين خيرا فوفقه لكل خير ومن أراد بهم غير ذلك فخذه أخذ عزيز مقتدر. اللهم فرج عن المسلمين ما أهمهم وأغمهم. اللهم فرج عن المسلمين ما أهمهم وأغمهم. اللهم فرج عن المسلمين ما أهمهم وأغمهم. اللهم أبرم لأمة الإسلام أمر خير يعز فيه أهل طاعتك واجعلنا منهم ويذل فيه أهل معصيتك ولا تجعلنا منهم. ربنا اغفر لنا ولوالدينا ولمن له حق علينا. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. قوموا إلى صلاتكم يرحمكم الله. أقيموا الصلاة.